Yo, this is Carl Turner, the owner of Built by God Clothing LLC, and you rocking with me in All Access Detroit.
All Access Detroit, we'd like to welcome you to yet another interview here on our platform. If you're new to this channel, we'd encourage you to hit that like button, that subscribe button, as well as that notification button so you can be notified whenever we drop new content. And today, we got a special interview for y'all on Easter Sunday. That's right, yeah. This guy is a trendsetter. You might have recently saw him on the news, and you also been seeing this brand everywhere, all across social media. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Carl Turner. Carl Turner in the house. How you doing, my brother?
Man, I'm wonderful, man. I couldn't be better. Hey, Easter Sunday, baby, and we built by God.
And I like to I like to say I appreciate you for taking the time on Easter Sunday to rep your Built by God label and come in here and have a conversation with us. First of all, for the people that don't know Carl Turner, why don't you do us a little favor and tell us a little bit about yourself? Tell us where you're from in the city, what neighborhoods, what school you went to, that sort of thing. Tell the people a little bit about Carl Turner.
So look, man, I'm from the west side of Detroit. Also, I appreciate you having me on this Easter Sunday. But again, I'm from the west side of Detroit. Yeah, we reigned in that way. I grew up, man, different areas. I got family everywhere. So I moved around messing with my family all through the west side, from P-Rock, my P-Rock family, Chicago, Joy Road, down that way, Wyoming area. Then I grew up, man, my mom's lived over there off Elmhurst, Northline area. A lot of people know what that block was like, you know what I'm saying? You know what it is. I mess with them IDI boys, man. I'm always gonna rep my people. I got family all on Dexter, Linwood, man. My 7 Mile people, 6 Mile. So I'm all through this thing, man. Especially, I can't forget about where a bulk of my people at over there in the Brightmo. So I'm tapped in. I'm locked in. All different areas. I got family all on the east side, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm locked in a lot of different places to where when I tell them it's built by God, they know exactly what I mean by that, man.
So that's what's up. So it sounds like a lot of your roots are in the west side, but you also are connected to the east side. What about Southwest?
Look, as you said it, I'm sitting here thinking about it, man. I went to Chassis. I went to school over there on McGraw Ave. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I got people, man. I got love, man, in a lot of different areas all through this city, man. Whether it's Southwest, whether it's HP, whether it's over on the North End, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm locked in, and not only just locked in with certain people, but I'm locked in with real good people, man. They know me. They know what I stand for. They know what I represent, man, and it's all authentic. You know what I'm saying? Anytime anybody ever talk to me, I'm always gonna give it to them real and raw.
Okay, that's what's up. We appreciate you sharing that. So let's dive right into it. What made you decide to start your own clothing brand?
A clothing brand? Actually, it was more of I started seeking God some years ago. And truth be told, the exact time was around 2006, 2007. Mm-hmm. And when I started seeking God, I got a cousin that's from the South. He was one of the first people that ever talked to me about God to where it made sense. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He spoke to it on a level of the way I was living out here and was able to break down scriptures in the Bible to show me that they was doing the same things that you doing today. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It was just worded different. So a lot of things, if you ever just pay attention, it's about wordplay. You know what I'm saying? But aside from that, and one day we was just kicking, I'm like, what you talking about? I'm built by God. He was like, no, I'm built by God. This was back in '07. Mm-hmm. We went and got some t-shirts made. I wore it. I was standing in the mirror looking at it. And the idea came right there like, wait a minute. No, I'm gonna start a clothing brand. I'm gonna sell these, and that's where it started from.
And so now, over 15 years later, pretty much since that happened, and you got your first shirt made. Now you have a full-fledged clothing brand, right?
Absolutely.
That was gonna ask the question about how you came up with Built by God, but you already answered it. So how'd you come up with the logo?
The logo, actually, when I first started it was a different logo. I started out with using the Ankh. And because a lot of people is not familiar with what it represents, it is the symbol for life. But it wasn't supposed to make you kind of wonder what that is, you know, because they was more focused on the symbolism than what it actually mean and what it said. So I had kind of went through some stuff and I almost gave up on it. Like I almost, you know, I went through a rough time, and during that rough time, man, I had a lot of time to sit back and think. I stopped for a while. And upon me starting to feel better just about myself, my life, you know, because it was a depressing time, I was laying in the bed one day, and on an envelope, like, you know, that some mail was in, I wrote this like that, the BBG with the Built by God, because if you pay attention to the BBG, it says 1313G. So, and I wrote it just like that, and that's pretty much how I came up with this logo.
That's what's up. So it sounds like your brand, there's a lot of meaning into a lot of things that you incorporate in your brand, right?
Absolutely, it should mean something. Not only to me, but because this is something for you. Because it's not about what Built by God means to me. It means exactly what I'm telling you. But the reason people are able to receive it so much because it means something to them. When they see it, when you see these words, when you see this logo, it make you feel some kind of way.
And so that's dope to hear, because it sounds like it's not just a money grab or, you know, just something to do. It sounds like something that you're really passionate about, and you really have. Are you a very spiritual person?
Very.
Okay. Do you
Very.
attend church, or do you have like church at home, or?
I am the church.
Okay.
You a whole universe within this world.
Okay, speak about that.
Yeah, you absolutely. You a whole world within this world. Look around you. Everything that, whether these walls, that camera, these phones, it came from within somebody else. And they was able to manifest it on the outside of it. To where now you can use these phones, we can use these devices. We build homes, cars, we create planes. There's nothing in this earth that didn't come from somebody's mind.
That's what I'm talking about. So preach and teach, brother. I love when brothers get on this platform and are intellectual and can really go deep. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Instead of just, you know, I'm just trying to make a couple dollars.
Man,
or, you know.
Life is deep. I understand the fact that, you know, this is what I know. It don't matter if it's going good or if it's going bad. Keep going. Don't stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can sit up and say it's all about the money, but it's not. I just was on the phone before I even got here today. I was on the phone, right? And like I told him, with Built by God, I need you to know who you are. Because if you know who you are, then you know who we are. You know what I'm saying? I need you to know you built like that. I need you to know when you get up in the morning and you look in the mirror, I'm built by God. I got this. It can't nothing stop me. If it does, it was because I wasn't meant to do it. That's all it is.
That's all it is. So tell us, what are the advantages and disadvantages to owning your own clothing brand? Start with the advantages first.
The advantages, I would say, it's definitely a confidence builder when you create something and you can see the growth, you see the progress of it. You know what I'm saying? The disadvantages are, some of the disadvantages I would say, is when it's not going the way you want it to go. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to give up. You know, but anybody that's looking to to whether it's a clothing line, whether it's any type of artistry or anything you may be building or going after. The main thing is consistency. Just don't stop. Keep going. You know, because the more you do a thing, the better you become at it. You may not be the best, right? But even though it may not get easier, but you will become better at doing it where it don't feel and it's not so hard, you know? So almost like training yourself to be good at whatever it is that you're trying to do.
Okay, and I also understand that you're into music as well. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I started writing music some years ago. Never for real, just went full-fledged for it, but I got a whole project, man, a lot of people don't know about. Shout out to my man, Loose Cannon, man. What up, though? But he a producer from the city. He helped produce a project, man, and so musically, I got stuff musically. I've even got a couple films I've been in. You know, so check out Beautiful Noise. Go on Tubi, check out Beautiful Noise. You'll see me in there. You'll see the brand in there. Yes, sir.
Okay, sounds good. So we'll be looking forward. Should we be looking forward to a project coming out?
You should. You should be looking forward to a music project coming out. I don't have a specific date right now, but what I will say, you know I'm talking that shit.
That's what's up. Okay, so in terms of your brand, BBG, Built by God Clothing, at what point was it that you felt like, you know what, this is really taking off, this thing is really looking like it's gonna be a success, all the fruits of your labor you see paying off. At what point did you feel like it was finally happening? Because I looked up one day, I woke up and you were on Fox News, which was kind of cool. I'm like, wow, that, you know, they did a whole spotlight on your brand. Can you kind of just talk about that?
So
when did you feel like, you know?
Yeah, I got you. I'm gonna tell you about. I'm gonna get to the Fox 2 News, but excuse me. I'll tell you this. This is for anybody that's starting anything, right? When you ask the question is, when did I see it taking off? When did I see it being successful? The time I started. That was like, I already had the visual that, oh, this thing, it's gonna go. You know, I've always heard, especially from elders and even in a spiritual sense, when God puts something on your heart to do it, just build it. Just do it. You know what I'm saying? Because, oh, they gonna come. Whoever they is or whatever it is. But we all got a job to do. And right now, I believe and have known that I need people to know we built by God, man. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So this is just my way through clothing to bring that to the people. As far as taking off, man, it's whatever it is, man. Mm-hmm. It's whatever it is. I've always seen that it's gonna do exactly what it's supposed to do.
That's what's up. So that's a nice outfit you got on right there. I was looking at you when you came in, how you put it together. Is that like one of your new pieces you put?
It is.
Put out?
I had this piece maybe about a couple months now. I had it in another color when you spoke about the Fox 2. I had another color on Fox 2, which was the Lions colors. Of course, we always repping Detroit. And when that interview came about, it was, you know, a lot of people is because, oh, I know somebody, or, you know, I got a hookup from somebody. It was so organic, man. My wife took me to the Lions game last year, back in November. We park and end up running into Allen Longstreet. My wife in the car, oh, that's our news guy. I'm looking like, no, it ain't. You know, he kind of had the wild hair. He was, you know, he looked very regular, you know. And I always carry these wristbands with me. And I use them as a marketing tool. I usually give them out. They got my website on them. And after about a month later, he just hit me up through my website, said the producers came to him and asked, did he know any up and coming brands that'd like to be featured. He reached out to me. That was just that was just all grace. That was just all a blessing from God, man. And I definitely appreciate Alan Longstreet, Fox 2 News, doing that piece on me. It was greatly appreciated.
Yeah, that was dope. Do you have any interest in collaborating with any other brands in the future? Or are you just solely focused on Built by God clothing at this time?
I'm gonna be totally honest. It's some dope brands in the city. Super dope. As you think about, as I've thought about things, it's definitely a couple brands that I would like to, collaborate, cross, do some things and put something out together. Even though I haven't yet reached out to them because, just really don't know how to come at somebody like that when we all in this building space. Because I'm still building. A lot of the people that I think about, whether it's the Black brand, that's a super dope brand. Bag Plotter, super dope brand. My man's, I can't think of his name, but I follow him. He do the varsity jackets, man.
Ty Mopkins?
Not Ty Mopkins, but Ty man, I've been following Ty, man, and everything he done been able to do for the city for years. He grew up on Roseline. He older than me, of course. I grew up on Northline. So I used to go around to the Hip Hop University, man, when he had that buying clothes. He been in the fashion world for years, man. And when I got into the fashion world and just watching everything he's been able to do, he's an inspiration. He's inspired me. My man from 313, Doggy Bone, he's an inspiration. I'm inspired by these older guys that, they've been able to do things that I look to be able to do and hope to be able to do in this fashion world. If you got an idea, you want to do a thing, start it. It don't matter if you feel like it's the best or it's like this or you trying to wait for the perfect time. The perfect time to do a thing that's on your heart to do is right now. And once you start it, consistency. I've been doing this for 10 years. I've seen different brands, man. They jump in the game 2 years. I can't say exactly what they're doing, but the way something may look, boom, they done took off. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this 10 years now. And the thing I can say is consistency. Just stay consistency. Just keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Keep building. That's how you keep growing. Even when you're not motivated. I believe it was my man Jim Jones said it's times he wasn't even motivated, but the fact he stayed consistent, he found that motivation again to keep going. So if you jumping in this thing and you really trying to figure out what it takes, just stay consistent, man. Consistency is key.